The sun rose gently over a small fishing village in Japan, painting the rice fields in gold. The sound of bamboo chimes tinkled in the morning breeze, and cherry blossom petals floated like soft pink snow across the wooden rooftops. In one of the houses by the shore lived a boy named Haru. He was no taller than the fisherman's nets, with bright, curious eyes and nimble fingers that loved folding origami. On his little desk, piles of colorful paper lay scattered like fallen leaves. Haru had heard the old legend, "Fold 1,000 paper cranes, and the gods will grant you one wish." So every day, after helping his grandmother with chores, Haru would sit by the window, folding cranes. Rustle, fold, criss, tuck, the paper whispered under his fingers, crane after crane, until his room looked like a flock ready to take flight. But Haru's wish was not for toys or adventures. His grandmother, who raised him since his parents had passed, grew weaker each day. Her laughter had grown soft, and her steps slow. Haru wished only for her health to return. One evening, as the temple bell echoed through the valley and lanterns flickered to life along the streets, Haru placed his final 1,000th crane on the windowsill. Then something extraordinary happened. The last crane trembled. Its paper wings unfolded, stretching wide as if catching the wind. With a flutter and a whoosh, it leaped into the air, glowing softly under the moonlight. Haru gasped, "Why, you're alive!" The paper crane circled his head, leaving trails of golden light. Then it spoke in a gentle voice, like the rustle of silk. "Haru, you have folded me with care and kindness. Come follow me. The gods have heard your heart." And before he could think, Haru grabbed his sandals, slipped into the night, and followed the glowing crane. They ran through the quiet village streets, past the red torii gates of the Shinto shrine, where candles flickered and fox statues seemed to watch them with knowing eyes. The crane soared higher, leading Haru into the whispering bamboo forest. The tall stalks swayed, creaking like old voices, and shadows of deer darted between the trees. Crickets sang, and an owl hooted somewhere above. Finally, the crane led him to the foot of Mount Fuji, its snowy peak glowing in the moonlight like a crown. The silver path of stardust stretched up the mountain. "Climb, Haru," the crane whispered. Step by step, Haru climbed. His legs burned, but he pressed on, guided by the crane's light. At last, they reached a lake so still it reflected the stars like glass. There, rising from the water, stood a bridge made of light, and across the bridge, figures of the gods shimmered tall and graceful, their robes flowing like waterfalls. The crane landed on Haru's shoulder and spoke. "You may ask for your one wish." Haru's heart pounded. He saw in his mind his grandmother, bent and frail, sitting by the fire with her tired smile. He took a breath and said, "Please, not for me. I wish for my grandmother's health. I want her to smile again." The gods were silent for a moment, their eyes glowing like lanterns. Then one spoke, voice deep as a temple drum. "Most children wish for themselves, but you, Haru, wish for another. Your kindness opens the way." The crane suddenly glowed brighter, and its paper body unfolded, stretching and transforming. Before Haru stood not a crane, but a child with hair like black silk and eyes like dawn. "I was once human," the child said softly. "Long ago, I too wished selflessly, and the gods turned me into a crane until another child of true heart freed me. You have done this, Haru." The gods raised their hands, and from the glowing lake, ripples of healing light spread across the sky, rushing back toward Haru's village. When Haru returned home, the first rays of sunrise painted the sea in gold. He ran into the house and found his grandmother already awake, humming as she cooked breakfast. Her cheeks were rosy, her back straight, her smile bright and strong. "Haru," she laughed, "what a beautiful morning. I feel young again." Haru's eyes filled with tears of joy. And on the windowsill, where the last paper crane once stood, there was now a single white feather, soft and shining, left behind by the child crane who had been freed. Haru kept it close forever, a reminder that true wishes are born not from wanting, but from giving. And so, the cherry blossoms bloomed brighter that spring, and the villagers often saw Haru and his grandmother walking together, smiling under the pink sky. For every crane Haru folded after that, he whispered a little prayer for others, knowing that the greatest magic comes from kindness.